If you didn't know, Kyle Shanahan joins KNBR on Tobalt and Copes every single week to discuss the latest happenings around the San Francisco 49ers. So, what might be the latest things that have been going on with the San Francisco 49ers? Well, we've covered a bunch of them. We've talked about the preseason stuff. We've talked about the injuries and when guys like Ricky Pearsall will be back. You can find those videos on the channel. But of course, Brandon Aiyuk, Trent Williams, the hold in and the hold out have been the top story dominating the San Francisco 49ers offseason. So naturally, Kyle Shanahan was asked about these two things and he gives his response. And it's interesting. And I have thoughts on it. So let me get out of your way. Take a listen to Kyle Shanahan as he provides updates question mark on Trent Williams and Brandon Aiyuk. Take a listen right here.
Let's get this out of the way. Any news on Aiyuk?
Oh, I wish, but no, there's no news. Nothing's changed.
Can you categorize it as, is there any progress one way or the other?
I feel like we've been in the same situation for a while, so there's still plenty of options, plenty of directions that can happen, and we're still trying to get to the bottom of it and figure it out. But nothing has changed in that way.
Got it. All right, we didn't ask you about this last week, but I wanted to ask you about Trent Williams. Where you guys with that?
We're having a lot of discussions with his agent. Trent's not here right now, obviously not at camp. I believe he's in Houston, but I'm not sure. But we're talking with his agent a lot, and hopefully we can figure it out. As I've said the whole time, I am optimistic we will. But of course, the sooner the better.
So the Trent Williams thing, obviously, we saw from Diana Rossini. She was on her podcast and basically talking about how there's been no significant movement in any direction regarding a Trent Williams extension. Obviously, we understand the circumstances. The guaranteed money has run out on his contract, even though he has 3 years remaining. So our understanding is Trent is angling for guaranteed money to be able to be added to this deal so that he feels comfortable playing. That's the same thing that happened with Christian McCaffrey earlier this offseason. So he is sounding optimistic. I mean, he even says we're optimistic that they're going to be able to get something done. It doesn't sound like much has happened, but I guess if Kyle Shanahan's optimistic about it, we're optimistic about it. I was sure, I think one of the reasons why there hasn't been a bunch of huff and puff about the holdout with Trent Williams is one, because it's been completely overshadowed by the Brandon Aiyuk saga. But on top of that, I think everyone is in the mindset that Trent will get paid and Trent will return. We understand he's the best left tackle in football. He's a top leader in this locker room. He's a guy that you want to have. He's the definition of a glue guy. So I think the perception from the fan base is okay. Yes, we have a holdout going, but our assumption is that he will return and he will come back to the team. So a little bit more optimism, I think, from Kyle and Trent. And then when it comes to Brandon Aiyuk, nothing. Nothing. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. Whose ball is who's in control here? Who's in the driver's seat? Is it Brandon Aiyuk? Is it the 49ers? Because I think one thing's abundantly clear. I don't think Brandon Aiyuk is getting traded, because just like we saw from that report that was shared in a completely unprecedented fashion, where you've seen that the 49ers and Steelers agreed to the trade compensation. Brandon Aiyuk has accepted the contract terms from the Steelers in principle, but the 49ers are like, yeah, but yeah, we haven't said yes yet. We've agreed in principle to the compensation and that stuff. We just haven't said yes. We just haven't signed the paperwork. So I think the 49ers are just chilling. I don't think there's too many options left than other to just accept whatever Brandon Ayuk's asking for, and they're just wait and see mode because I don't think they're going to trade him. So we're just waiting. We're just sitting. I don't know exactly what we're waiting for. Maybe they don't love what is being presented to them. But I do believe that there's not really a choice left to be made because you're not going to trade him. He's not going to play on his fifth-year option, and you want to win a Super Bowl this year. And you desperately miss Brandon Ayuk out on the field with that offense. So it would be great if, we could just finally put this behind us, pen to paper, get BA signed, stop messing around, just get it done, and move forward. And then we could all forget this ever happened. Just like, we'll do our best impression of the Men in Black, the buzzer thing, like the red metal thing that will zap your memory and erase everything. Like I think most 49er fans will look back at this offseason and try their best to zap all the reports, all the rumors, all the back and forth from their memory as best they can. So the longer it drags out, the more meaningless it feels. So yeah, it just feels like we're just waiting. We're waiting for the 49ers to I guess move forward with the situation because it feels pretty crystal clear that Brandon Ayuk has been pretty straightforward with what he wants, and it's up to the 49ers to make the next move. So I believe that's why we are waiting. I believe that's why we're hanging around, just refreshing Twitter every 50 seconds to see what's going to happen. But I don't know. What do you guys think the holdup is? Is it that reason, or could it be something else? Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.